in to say a quick hello while I wait for a friend to pick me up on their way home from work. We're going to hang out for a bit at mine and play some video games, and then after that I will be doing some more body double cleaning with me stuff, and I don't think I will feature them in this video. I'm not sure if I'll feature any other people in my videos actively for quite a while yet, if ever. But I just wanted to stop and talk about them just briefly, I guess, because they're a person who's had a really great positive impact on my life over the last year when I was having a really hard time, and they're also queer and neurodivergent, and it's just been so wonderful to form a really strong friendship with another person who's a bit more like myself. I love to surround myself with people who are really different from me, but it has led to some losses in friendships over more recent years because of the difference in values and understanding and lack of understanding between myself and some of the people that I really love. And it was all based on my own decisions about deciding that it's really important for me to be gendered correctly. I'm non-binary and I don't use she, her pronouns, and it's not optional, and some of my friends had problems with adapting to that, and it takes practice. I don't expect people to get it perfect straight away or anything like that, but it was about the attitude, the eye rolling, and just not really respecting me as I truly am, which is sad because I really love them, and I'm sure there are things that I don't understand about them as well that maybe they wish I did, but we didn't have those conversations. But yeah, I don't want to dwell on that, but I want to just pause for a moment to voice that gratitude and joy in finding people who I can really connect with and who are really empathetic and a bit more understanding of my needs and are responsive to voicing needs, which is really, really important, and it's quite new to me to really be able to have that. And I've had friends, and still have friends, that I've had some very big conflicts with, and it's been good, not the conflicts, but that we've been able to resolve them, and that over time some things happen and they matter less and less, or you just realize it's not a big deal eventually. I'm talking about friendships that I've had since I was a kid, literally. So having a silly argument over boys or something, and then years later being bumping into them in the street and be like, oh my god, I'm so glad I found you. Maybe that will happen with some of the friends that I've lost more recently, but finding new people, especially when you're middle-aged, I'm nearly 40, is not an easy thing to do. And I've made some wonderful friends with people on the internet, and our friendship was formed on the internet as well initially. But so many of the people that I love live interstate or in other cities, and I guess also being neurodivergent, there tends to sometimes be a bit of social anxiety and other needs and disabilities that sometimes come with that. So it's so lovely to be able to form friendships with people that I actually get to spend physical time with, and then you can have an occasional hug. Not everyone is for hugging. I'm a bit here and there about it a lot of the time, but once in a while it can make a big difference to your quality of life, and just having people who can turn up for you, it means a lot. And I'm really it's such a small thing. We're just gonna play video games for a little bit, not for very long at all really, but I'm just really happy that I can do that, and I guess I wanted to talk about that a little bit here. And yeah, I guess it's that thing about I really am hoping to connect with you guys people who watch it, and I'm so pleased. It makes my heart so full to know that some of the people that I have connected with online have been watching some of these videos. Thank you so much for doing that. It means the world to me, and hearing from them that they've been crafting or cleaning or watching my videos in little bits and bobs through their week, it just made me so happy, and I really yearn to connect with other people who are also neurodivergent and queer and a bit wonky and struggling, especially like, let's share our struggles, not just with cleaning, but you know, the class struggle, which is a big important thing to me as well. Mutual aid is you know, practical, financial, emotional, social. It's a real wholehearted thing, and finally being in a situation where I can exchange that kind of concrete care is so wonderful. And yeah, really, I want to connect with you guys. I want to form a community on here. I want us to be body doubling together online, and maybe sometimes, maybe in person, depending, you know, if we form friendships over time. I'm certainly, like, I want to pause and be a little bit like about this, but like, I don't even want to be friends with straight men. Maybe some straight men who are neurodivergent, but I don't want to be friends with straight men. I don't want to form a connection. I don't have a zest for life. I don't want that, but I do want to just like connect with you, you know, let's do our laundry together. Hey there friends, this is continuing on from that little chat about friendship. I've got paper and pen with me today to help keep me on track a little bit, which is not something that I'm necessarily married to, but it's relevant to the video that I want to talk about, I think. So last night my friends and I all came together to do an admin night, which is, I think it's like apparently a new hot thing that young people are doing, where we kind of, young adults or not so young adults, come together and work on our much procrastinated and avoided administrative tasks. And a couple of my friends organised that for us to get together last night and do our first admin night. It was really great. My friend picked me up on the way home from work. We came here and I grabbed everything that I needed, and then we headed over there and kind of started setting our intentions. And so towards the end of my working day, I was starting to set my intentions so I know what I needed to bring to my friend's place. And so I thought I would share just a very kind of brief outline of what I had intended to do last night and what I got done, and then use that as the nudge to continue with some other thankless tasks today. So, gosh, I feel so awkward reading off the page, and it makes me like lose track more, I find. Like, as soon as I write something down, I feel like I have to say it a particular way. It's not written word for word, but writing things down makes me weird and anxious, so maybe I should just not. Like, it's useful for the doing part, but I think for talking it makes me a bit weird. I think it kind of harks back to like the anxiety of doing speeches in front of people that you hate and that hate you. More importantly, they hate you when you're like a kid. So let's not. So basically, there are a few things that I wanted to do. I had a medical bill that I can't really afford to pay, and so I wanted to put in a form to have that reviewed. I re-enrolled in uni a bit over a year ago, and then ever since then I've been deferring my subjects, and it may be that I end up doing that again. I'm not sure, it's so uncertain, especially considering my amount of student debt, which is another fun thing that I ended up looking at yesterday.
So yeah, I wanted to try and get a review of that medical bill, to re-enroll in classes for uni, or at least choose some subjects for uni this coming semester. I wanted to organise a student photo for my student card. I paid for that probably about a year ago, and I never got the card because I never sent in the right size file for it to be processed. And I sent them a follow-up email probably 6 months ago, and they're like, you have to send me a photo, and it was only last night when I actually finally did that. So I've done that. And the other thing I wanted to do was potentially spend some time filming the night. Like I kind of mentioned just before, that I probably won't actively include my friends or other people in my videos, maybe eventually, but certainly not anytime soon. I spoke to them about potentially just doing some filming where it's kind of just aimed at my hands as I'm writing lists and stuff. But again, like, it kind of can be quite revealing, and it just, I set that aside for last night, so I didn't do that, and that was kind of my fun thing to do as a side thing, or at the end, if I had the time. The medical bill form ended up taking a really long time because it asks you to go through your finances with a fine-tooth comb, which I didn't fully do. But it was really awful, to be honest, and I think it's really a system that's designed to make you feel humiliated and ashamed of either the level of poverty that you're living in or the lack of financial planning skills you have, which I am definitely the second. I am living, I wouldn't say I'm not living in poverty, but I'm living in financial stress. I am low income, and I rent, I pay my own rent, and I live alone. So basically, yeah, being single has its own taxes. Having ADHD has its own taxes. So yeah, I think basically, happily, I got those things done. Towards the end of filling out that form, I was getting really angsty. My friend was like, you need to stop and eat. I think because I was like getting like audibly very grouchy, like fucking this, fuck eat, and she's like, please go and eat. And I was like, I don't want to. And then I finished the form and I went, nah. I was like, you're right. But then I had to like do some tiny edits of the form, and even just looking at the form once it was basically done was like making me feel like I wanted to like rip my hair out and like rip my skin off my bones kind of thing, which, oh my gosh, that is so bleak. There we go. That's probably exaggerating. I didn't feel quite that bad, but like definitely triggering and angsty, and yeah. And anyway, as a side effect of doing that form, I had to look at my finances and be like, oh yeah, I spend more money than I make, and I'm not in, like, I have student debt, so I am in debt, but I'm not in like credit card debt or anything like that, because I know myself, I'm like, no, don't get a credit card because that will just cause you pain. And basically, because I'm low income, I usually get a somewhat decent tax return, and I use that to like survive for the rest of the year when I'm not earning enough to cover things, which is not good financial planning, and I don't really want to talk about that. Fuck that. But it has, okay, so there's a couple of things. Is recently, like during the break, I was not spending any money because I didn't have any kind of extra stresses on me. And having come back to work just recently, in the last couple of weeks, I've spent like a really, for me, ridiculous amount of money on delivery. Because of my ADD, like going back to work is a big adjustment for me, and just massively struggle with planning, and I haven't kind of gotten back into the rhythm of taking my meds correctly at exact same times. And so one, I eat because part of like my kind of ADHD thing is like a lot of people who do have ADHD tend to overeat or not eat, and I mean that's a whole thing, but basically I'm like chronically munching. I want to feed my face, feed my face, feed my face, and also I'm really exhausted, so I don't have the energy and the executive function, the capacity to plan things out, to get myself to the grocery store, even though it's about a 5-minute walk away, to buy the food and prepare it for myself and feed myself. It's really hard. It's really like it's really not a nice way to live. And particularly like not so much. Well, yeah, part of last year as well, but I was in a really bad financial situation a couple of years ago, or a year, 18 months ago, let's say, and like I adjusted very easily to living on spending about $25 a week on my food, and I actually felt really good about what I was eating. I had a very simple, very repetitive diet, which is, I guess, one benefit of the kind of more autistic side of me is that I love repetition. I don't get bored of certain things too easily. I like the structure of, well, I think it's a thing of also being able to eliminate having to make choices. So my $25 a week poverty diet was, I would have a spinach and banana smoothie with oats and peanut butter in it. I would have a can of baked beans, and sometimes it would just be the baked beans, and other times I would buy like a dozen eggs, and maybe every other day I would crack an egg into it and pour some oil, maybe have some leftover garlic paste and throw that in there. Sometimes I'd buy some vegetables to throw in there, and that's kind of still what I tend to do a lot of the time. And I felt like it was actually a pretty balanced diet. Definitely not varied, but I felt healthy. I felt like I was getting the nutrition that I needed. I don't feel like that right now, even though I'm eating so much more. So that's something to think about. And I find I've been trying to learn how to vary that and to reshape how I'm eating and what I'm eating, and it's kind of actually just ended up going way off track in the wrong direction for me. So I need to, like, honestly, I'd be much happier just being like, Ebony, that's it. You're just going to go back to the poverty diet and get like a very select handful of extras and go straight to that. Rather than being like, oh, I should vary my diet and try to cook something different once a week or once a fortnight. No, I don't want to do that. I can't cope with that. Not where I am right now. But yeah, I think that's what I will do. And I have like, I still go to that quite a bit. Like I've got a bag full of cans of baked beans on the floor from weeks ago when I last went. So it's been, or maybe it hasn't been weeks, but since I last went grocery shopping, which feels like it was weeks ago. A lot of the time I'll just grab stuff on the way to work, but I've been trying to fold some of that easier, healthier kind of pattern into that process as well, whereas like I'll just drop into the corner store to grab like a pile of bananas and a tub of yogurt on my way into work, and have like fruit smoothies at work. So yeah, I'm getting into that, which is good. I don't know why, I didn't really intend on having a whole conversation about my eating habits and diet, but it's part of that financial thing of being like, okay, what am I going to do? Because one, I can't afford to spend like $200 on delivery a week or a fortnight, and I don't want to. And two, I don't feel good. Like it's not about, I mean, it is about the money, but it's also like, I feel like crap. I feel exhausted. I don't feel energized or yeah, so I guess I want to revisit that and like just yeah, get back into that. I think another part of it is the kitchen situation, so I've been avoiding the kitchen altogether because of the leaking clogged sink, and I bought these containers. I don't like it. I don't like the which is frustrating because it's like really unhelpful, but that's part of being neurodivergent as well. It's like coming up against these like really wonky roadblocks, which I've talked about before, where I'm like, I can't even open a bin lid. Like I can't even put my foot on the thing to open the lid of the bin, to put the thing on in the bin and just leave stuff on top of the bin or on the floor. It's like the same unhelpful mechanism happening there. Yay. So why I started filming this standing up and with the pen and paper in my hand was because one, I thought this ramble would be slightly shorter, and I wanted to kind of hold on to a certain level of momentum to get into the next part of this wonderful video and into the next part of my day. So thankfully it is right here. I'm glad that I did have it. Oh god, was that still on there? Oops. No, I don't think I was showing that. That's just like all the different subject codes that I was looking at last night, which I don't think will probably tell anyone much about me, really. So now that we have pen and paper, the things that I need to do today is I have a bunch of laundry, clean laundry on the couch here that needs to be folded and or put away. I've got a basket here that needs to be done. There's some clean dry stuff on the line that also needs to be done. So I am going to sit down and probably put something on the TV and work at that while filming and sharing that with you, and doing that at my own pace and allowing people to watch or not watch it at their own paces, your own paces. So let's just tackle just the clean dry laundry for right now. Put away. And gosh, the other thing that I would like to do, which is kind of a thankless task, will maybe slightly less thankless because I bought some trays that I do like, is, I don't know if it will be clean, but tidy, maybe clean, kitchen countertop. And I need to go grocery shopping. I really want to go thrifting, but there are things that I need eventually, but they're not urgent. Like what I really want to do is just go and get ready, make myself feel clean and cute, and hire a car and go thrifting for a bunch of things that are more on the want list than the need list, but some of them would be helpful as well, I think. Like new, after having that little moment the other day, like a week ago, where I was like, fuck it, I'm just throwing everything out, I do actually need plates. I do have some paper plates that I could probably, there's only like 3 of them. And there are thrift shops within walking distance that I can go to. I need to take my meds. And I need to shower. And yes, that's going on the list. It's like a chore. Once I'm in there, it's okay, but it's just something. It's just like going out of my way with them. I like to be miserable, so I don't shower. I mean, yeah, sometimes I don't shower. Yeah, that's the honest, ugly truth of it all. I need to feed my pets and clean their enclosure, which is just a thing that gets done, but I'm looking at it right now. Like, yes, let's just put it on the list. So yeah, that's my list. That's my writing. Let's get this done. Okay, so it has taken me about an hour and a half to go from the previous clip to actually kind of being ready to do something. I just got lost in the neurodivergent executive dysfunction black hole. I did film a very, very short TikTok video reflecting on the vlogging that I did it before, but that took not really very long at all. Anywho, what I've decided to do is I have picked a kind of messy Clean With Me video on YouTube to watch while I do this.
Okay, I feel like rat shit. I think I've been doing laundry for about half an hour now. And just, yeah, I'm not feeling it. It's a very slow, painful process. So I'm just going to hang up what I've got and wrap it up. I think this is enough for one video and maybe for the day. I'm tired. And I think that I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and hopefully that's enough. Okay. Just gonna hang this up, and that's kind of it. Here we go. From one mess to another. And I don't know, like, watching these Playing With Me videos, they really are helpful because it does that quite well as a body double, but it can be a bit, I don't know, just, I guess because so much of what you see, oh my god, I'm going to just pop this down because it's a whole mess. So much of what you see, I think, in these videos is like the transformation thing, and they're not always like complete transformations, but usually like there's some sort of satisfactory end to these videos, I think, and I think that's part of why they are successful, but I can't give you that. I can't give you that. I'm sorry. Maybe someday, but someday is far from now. All I can give you is yapping and very, very slow, but very honest and real body double, clean with me moments. Okay, give me a sec. What do I want to do? I want to change the angle of this, but I want to do it in a way that doesn't like look right out my window. I mean, there's not really much to see out there, to be honest. It doesn't look any different from any other place. It just looks out into the side of another building. There we go. Yeah, gonna hang that and give up on life. These are all dresses, so they can go here. Like, there's actually, like, it's such a fucking mess. But there is actually some level of organization to how I do things. Like, these are pretty much, not all, but almost completely all dresses. And then, I don't even know if this is in the frame, probably not, but, let's see. Oh no, yeah, it's there. And here we have coats. Oh, so we have short coats, and then slightly outside of the frame is the longer coats. I think this is short enough. Ah! I want to break things! It's the realness right there. Oh, I like to keep some of these like finer, dressier ones with my actual dresses. So, shove that in here. And, God, there's literally rubbish sticking to my foot. This skirt. Okay, so yeah, this is dresses, short coats, long coats, and then on this side it tends to be blouses and skirts. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope this is, I don't know, if not motivational, relatable, and that it brings you some relief that you're not alone. Love you guys. Bye.